Good morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Thakal. The top stories first. Government recommends pardon of 282 convicts and prisoners. Concerns mount regarding pardon granted on the basis of political affiliation. Nepali Congress lambasts government for drafting controversial bills. Main opposition party says government indulged in anti-constitutional activities. CAN announces massive budget, argues the budget will be utilized for upgrading infrastructure. US building coalition after Saudi oil attack. Iran warns of crushing response to war. And Arsenal Man United win Europa League matches. Greenwood scores for United. And now the news in detail. Today marks the 5th Constitutional Day of the Federal Democratic Republic of Nepal. The event will be celebrated all across the nation, organizing different programs. The Constitution of Nepal was promulgated on September 20, 2015 for the first time by the historic Constitution Assembly comprising of the people's representatives. The Constitution has prioritized democracy, federalism, people's sovereignty and economic development. It was achieved after 7 decades of people's movement. The salient features of the Constitution, such as inclusiveness, has incorporated the spirit of all movements. The Constitution of Nepal 2015 is the 7th Constitution of Nepal and has guaranteed full press freedom. The government has been drafting different laws to implement and preserve the constitutional rights that institutionalize federalism and secularism. The government had earlier appealed to not only observe but celebrate the Constitution as a festival. Different programs will be organized in Turikel and all across the nation. The government recommended the President to pardon 282 prisoners and convicts on the occasion of the Constitution Day. The government has recommended the President to pardon the remaining jail terms and fines of the convicts as well as other prisoners as per the constitutional provision. President Bidya Devi Bhandari has approved the recommendation made by the Council of Ministers. Article 276 of the Constitution allows the President to pardon convicts upon the recommendation of the government. There is a practice of the head of the state granting pardon to convicts bearing good behavior on the occasion of national festivals. However, this practice has deviated from its intention to grant amnesty on the basis of good behavior. Instead of granting pardon based on behavior of the convicts, there has emerged a trend of granting pardon to those who have links with political parties. Minister for Communication and Information Technology Gokul Prasad Baskota has said no action can be taken against the accused without proper investigation into the Bake incident. Minister Baskota's statement came amid demands of the main opposition party Nepali Congress to penalize the culprits of Bake incident. Answering to reporters' queries during a press meet organized at Singhadarbar, Kathmandu yesterday, Minister Baskota said it will be against the due process of law to take actions against anyone without proper investigation of the incident. He said a crime should be proved beyond a reasonable doubt before penalizing any offender.
घटनामा कसको संलग्नता छ भन्ने कुराको पुष्टि नभइकन आरोप लाग्न साथै पनि त्यही मान्छे समातेर जान त मिल्दैन, त्यहीलाई कारबाही गर्न त मिल्दैन। त्यसैले हाम्रा निकायहरूले छानबिन गर्छन्, उनीहरूले अनुसन्धान गर्छन् र त्यसको आधारमा उनीहरूले आवश्यक कानुनी प्रक्रिया सञ्चालन गर्छन्।
Nepali Congress has accused the cadres of ruling Nepal Communist Party of attacking the president of Nepali Congress Bake chapter, Kiran Koirala, and other leaders and causing them injuries. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Back after the break, we continue with other national news. The main opposition party, Nepali Congress, has accused the government of trying to indulge in anti-constitutional activities backed by its two-thirds majority in parliament. Nepali Congress made such accusation during a meeting of the House of Representatives yesterday.
Sher Bahadur Deuba, president of Nepali Congress, has accused the government of carrying out one after another anti-constitutional activities. He said so during the fourth session of parliament yesterday. Deuba said that the government has been interfering in the judiciary against the principle of separation of power. He said the activities of the government is against the system of check and balance. According to Deuba, the government has made the federal parliament its playground. Deuba said that the government was attempting to consolidate power instead of following the constitutional provision of separation of power between the judiciary and the executive bodies of the state. He also warned that Nepali Congress would strongly protest the moves of the government which are against the aspirations of the people. Nepali Congress also expressed regrets that the supremacy of the constitution has been undermined and the statute has not been fully implemented even 1.5 years after the formation of the majority government. The main opposition party also accused the government of formulating laws against the constitution in sensitive issues like security and endorsing bills through force despite objection from the opposition parties. Deuba also blamed the government of drafting controversial bills.
7 people have been nabbed with banned drugs from Gokarneshwar and Santinagar. The Narcotics Control Bureau (NCB) informed that these drugs were caught from an Indian vehicle with number plate BR30P 8607 hidden among sacks of rice and flour. Raja Kunal 37, Rajesh Kumar Jaiswal 32 and Abhishek Kumar Jaiswal 37 were caught with the consignment. Similarly, 4 people were caught with banned substances from Jambu Dara of Gokarneshwar, Utim Lal Shah 42 of Siraha, Surendra Lohani 34 of Udaipur, Pema Lama 28 of Kavre and Ashok Tamang 23 of Siraha have been caught.
हामीले चेक जाँच गर्दा दुईवटा भाँडा जसमा एउटामा पिठो थियो अर्कोमा चामल थियो। पिठो र चामलको भित्र लुकाइरहेको अवस्थामा डाइजेपाम 1047 एम्पुल, ब्रुफिन 1037 र फेनार्गन 10042 गरी जम्मा 3126 एम्पुल लागु औषध र त्यसको साथ प्रयोग गर्दै त्यो लिएर आउने 3 जना यी सबै भारतीय नागरिकहरू हुन्।
Those nabbed had previously served sentences on the charge of illegally possessing these narcotics. And now the news from the economic front. The Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal, CAN, has unveiled a budget of 47 billion rupees for the current fiscal year. CAN announced the budget prioritizing projects of national importance.
In the view of monitoring and developing air transportation, the Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal has brought forward a budget worth 47 billion rupees. The massive budget will help cover the expenses of infrastructural upgrades of the airline service and the airport. CAN has given special priority to projects that concern national importance.
राष्ट्रिय गौरवको आयोजनामा तपाईको चाहिँ करिब 23 अरब रुपैयाँ हैन 22 अरब 73 करोड सबभन्दा ठुलो अंश यसले ओगटेको छ। त्यसपछि 2 नम्बरमा चाहिँ एटीसीपी त्रिभुवन अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय विमानस्थलको चाहिँ सुधार र विकास कार्य यसको लागि तपाईको चाहिँ 6 अरब 39 करोड 52 लाख रुपैयाँ छुट्याइएको छ। त्यसै गरिकन अर्को ठुलो चाहिँ तपाईको हाम्रो यो बजेटको चाहिँ कन्जम्पसन गर्ने निकाय भनेको त्रिभुवन अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय विमानस्थल नागरिक कार्य हो। त्यसमा तपाईको 3 अरब 89 करोड 88 लाख छ।
The budget also has provision to upgrade airports in the capitals of all 7 provinces, which will allow them to fly 70-seater aircraft. The budget will also address the criteria set by ICAO for Nepal's airspace. CAN has also allocated 1.2 billion rupees for bonus distribution. There are 6 work policies that CAN will adhere to while disbursement of the budget.
नियामक निकायको हैसियतले भन्दा पनि यो चाहिँ सेवा प्रदायक निकायको हैसियतले जुन प्राधिकरणले मुनाफा आर्जन गर्यो त्यसबापत ऐनअनुसार बोनस ऐनअनुसार पाउनुपर्ने व्यवस्था हो हैन त्यो यो पाउनुपर्छ तर यसमा चाहिँ अलिकति नेपाल सरकारले नपाउने भनेको छैन हैन पेट्रोल मन्त्रालयबाट सिफारिस भएर अर्थ मन्त्रालयमा गएको छ त्यो चाहिँ अहिले चाहिँ निर्णय नभएको अवस्था हो.
Of the 50 airports that exist in the country, 32 are currently operational according to CAN.
Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. We are at the end of a Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Government recommends pardon of 282 convicts and prisoners. Concerns mount regarding pardon granted on the basis of political affiliation. Nepali Congress lambasts government. CAN announces massive budget, argues the budget will be utilized for upgrading infrastructure. US building coalition after Saudi oil attack. Iran warns of crushing response to war. And Arsenal Man United win Europa League matches. Greenwood scores for United. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.